Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Excited to be here. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Got a new microphone set. Well, not new. It's old microphone reset up. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm going to try not to talk out of the side of my mouth like this. That's going to be difficult. But I'm going to try it. Yeah, we're going to open up the Vector Pro. First on the scene, AJ, what's up, man? How you doing? How are you doing, sir? Message redacted. Uh-oh. Hey, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, I didn't even realize I've got the... Ooh, hopefully that'll work. Oh, you know what? We can fix that. YouTube. Let's do... let's just move this up because we're going to need that space. There we go. Okay. There we go. Let's drop this up like that. I don't know if I like it so it's upside down. Oh well, we'll fix it later. No music this week, guys. I apologize. I just had enough time to get the microphone set up and the interface set up and all that stuff, and I finally got everything working, and I was like, I'm not going to deal with the music this week, so no music. You. Devin, what's up, dude? I had such a blast this past weekend. It was so much fun flinging foam with you. I started going over some of the footage of our little adventure, and yeah, I got some good stuff. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to open this thing up and see if we can fix the magazine compatibility issue. So here's the 12 rounder that it comes with. It is a worker Talon style magazine. The catch portion here that interacts with the blaster goes completely across. So I knew for a fact that the standard X-Shot magazines wouldn't work because they've got a little bit of the corner still there. So I went ahead and notched this out. Now this works for some of my other Dart Zone and Adventure Force blasters. This worked, but unfortunately it does not work. So it just won't catch. I feel like it's hitting something up here. So I'm willing to bet that up here we're gonna have to do some shell cutting or something. But yeah, so AJ has constant music in his head. What's up, Andy? How you doing, sir? You running away from... Yeah, that's the first video I went back and was watching. Like, I gotta make sure I got this. Unfortunately, my head cam wasn't recording. I think the battery finally died, but that's why I've got backups. So I had my 360 camera on my back. I had the selfie cam, and then my sights cam. So I got get some good decent footage out of it. Had to get a little bit creative with the 360 footage. But yeah, that should be out this Thursday. I'm pretty stoked on it. Let's see here. So this reminds me of when we would go fishing and my dad cut it. Yep, you're exactly right. We're going to be gutting this thing and figuring it out, because this is the part that kills me right here. So I've got a Dart Zone magazine right here, right? This came with the Striker 2.0. So Striker 2.0, Vector Pro, kind of looks, it's got the same color scheme. You would think that this would work, but no, it does not want to latch. I don't get it. But the Maxim Pro from Adventure Force, oh, looky there. It fits perfectly. That makes no sense. They're the same magazine. Like, I don't understand at all, like, why that is that. But we're gonna open up this blaster, and we're gonna see what this is hitting. There's something inside that it's hitting. Let's see here. As far as the other mags go, so this is Game Face. Yeah, this is the Game Face mag. That one latches. It's a little reluctant to, but it's kind of crunchy, which I think that's pretty common for that magazine. We have the Dart Zone, or no, I'm sorry, the piston pump. Let's see if that one does not want to fit. Nope. The worker ones do fit, and that's what I use. So those worked really well. So I want to apologize in advance. I know I purchased a bunch of these for the ChatGPT loadout video, and I had to scrap that portion of the build because it just wouldn't work. And I wasn't going to run around with this thing with a 12-round magazine and reloading this every 12 shots. So I did switch over to worker magazines, so just for the video. So yeah, it was a little. I was a little frustrated. So, oh, Fister. I was wondering what you meant by Foster. What's up, Dead Man's Foam? Are the notches off? So that's what I was trying to figure out, AJ. So these magazines, I feel like, are almost identical. The only difference is this Dart Zone magazine, and now that I'm looking at it, maybe this is the issue, is just a smidge thicker. I mean, this is probably like maybe 2 millimeters thicker, the Dart Zone one versus the Adventure Force one, which that might actually be it. That might be it, because it's like the thickness of the wall. Like if you were to like lay them flat against the table or whatever, the Dart Zone, this Dart Zone one is ever so slightly thicker. So yeah, that's duct tape cures all. But the notches, no, the notches are identical. Like the notches, like if you line up like the top of like the dart lips, the feed lips or whatever, the notches are perfect. That's like the top of this part right here, the rail or whatever you want to call it, or the feeder or whatever, the follower, those are all level. Yeah, that's all normal. So I think I might have actually just solved it, because the thickness of the magazine. Oh no, that doesn't make much sense either, because this magazine is still thinner than this one. So I don't know. We're gonna figure it out though. We are going to figure it out. So let's start with. We're just gonna start taking stuff apart. I'm not really sure what to expect inside of this thing, but we're just going to start in the back here. Oh, and I got to give a shout out to Mr. Dirty D for the new desk mat. Apparently my itty bitty one was bothering him so much that he's like, I gotta do something about it, and he hooked me up. This isn't the same one that he got me. He got me like a larger rubber-sized one or whatever that had magnets on the side. Worked really well, except for the way they shipped it. The company ships it rolled really, really tight, and it's also like air compacted. So like the inside, the inner coil had already started to tear or whatever. And over the course of oh, there goes that screw. We're down one screw. Over the course of 2 or 3 days, it had already started to tear even further. So I was like, all right, we're gonna go with a a cloth one with a rubber bottom. And then this thing is cool. This detaches. So it's got 3 magnets that hold it in place, 3 magnetic sections there, but I can move this around. So if I'm working on something that's longer, I don't have to work around it. I can just move that to the side. I'm really excited. I am pumped. So there we go. So yeah, so we're already down a screw. That's okay. It's somewhere over there. It hit the 3D printer, bounced off, so it's probably like right near my feet. Not gonna worry about it. How are you all doing this evening? Anybody go to any Nerf Wars this weekend? I know Dev and I will talk about ours, but I want to know, did anybody have any foam flinging adventures this past weekend? Make sure if we go too far. There are 0 screws on this side. No screws. Okay. Just 1v1 with my son. Hey, those are some of the best battles ever. What were you guys running, Andy? AJ says he was sick as a dog, ran a Nerf battle Friday night, lost my voice. That stinks, dude. Yeah, I can feel something too, you know, in the back of my throat, that kind of like preemptive like cough, sore throat. Ugh. Oh, okay. Shoot. I don't know if you need to take that apart or not, but we did. Luckily all these screws are the same. All right, so we have our first spring. So here's the we're going to take this out. This is the latch spring for the door. Which I find, this is something else that I find kind of funny about this blaster. Here's your jam door. Right there. There's the flywheels. Good luck. Good luck getting... I can barely fit the screwdriver in there. It's almost like, why even create the extra plastic, the extra mold? Like, just, you know... I don't know. Deadman says he was pumping out some Target orders. I saw the post on Instagram, dude. Those things are killer. As soon as it stops raining, I'm taking mine outside. I've got a couple of things I want to build, like stands I want to build in my range or whatever, and I can't wait to get them outside. And do you have I'm curious, do you have a idea of the highest FPS that you can shoot them with without damaging them? Like, are we talking like 200, 250, 300? What have you tested so far? I don't want to break mine, essentially, is what I'm saying. I don't want to... AJ says, Andy had a Percy's and Luke had a Jolt. It was a tie. I ran Silly Shell Pistol from CR Nerf. He ran a Nerf Action Experience. Oh, the like the little 6-shooter thing. Yeah, that's cool. How are those, Andy? Like, I saw those in Ollie's the last time I was in. I was kind of skeptical at picking one up because they were just in a cardboard box, like, with no packaging. Alright. That screw's kind of interesting. Why is it like it's like half covered? Makes me think that this comes off first. pretty sure we got all the screws. Is there a screw underneath here? Oh, there's not. Usually there is. Alright, let's detach this. I feel like this part just... How do they expect you to get that screw out of there? It's like half covered. Alright. Itty bitty screwdriver. There you go. That's not bad. Does that shoot the N1 darts, or is that shooting elite darts? Or did you rebarrel it? I guess is the next question. Because I'm looking. I was maybe I'll pick up a few of those for like kids battles and things like that. There we go. All right, we are in, gents. Here is the opposite side. You got a couple screws here holding in the bits and stuff. Ooh, something is loose. What is loose? Oh, we already got rattling plastic. What in the world? Seriously, what is that? Oh, there's like a... What is that? Oh, there's like a little... Uh-oh. What does that go to? Oh, it probably goes to the other side of the battery door. There's a little nut that goes underneath there. Yep. Good luck with that. Jesus. Don't lose that, otherwise you won't be able to close your battery door. Alright, so we are in... Let's see here. Standard full length elite. Nice. Okay. Great feedback. Okay, I might have to pick up a handful of those because they were like dirt cheap at Ollie's last time I was there, and for, you know, getting that first round where you're trying to get kids like kind of pumped up and like running around or whatever, you don't want to just throw, you know, magazine fed blaster or something that's got, you know, 30 rounds in it or whatever. You want to kind of start them small and like work your way up or whatever. All right, so let's see here. We've got a couple springs. Doesn't look like anything's really going to be jumping out right away. Our solder points look pretty solid. Cable runs look good. Alright, so here is the magazine that it comes with. Let's take a look here. So, yep, so that's that. And then, so this is the magazine I feel like it should work. So when you push this in, see, oh, I see. It's hitting this right here. Oh man, I don't know if we're gonna... It's hitting this right here, this like... I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'll try and lift it up a little bit. So like right here, there's a lip just underneath the the orange dart gate. There's a lip right there, and there's a lip right there that she's hitting. No, the experience blaster. I'm gonna have to pick up a few of those experience blasters. Yeah, see, it's just barely knocking that. Are those necessary? Because I'm afraid if I cut those... If I cut those, what's stopping the magazine from going all the way up? And that's... Oh man, I was really hoping it was something not as integral to the whole thing, and it's... Why would they do that? That's so dumb, especially with their own magazines. You know what I mean? Like, I would understand like maybe the Adventure Force one's not working, but like the Striker 2 hasn't been out that long in comparison, like I gotta think about this, because if I cut this, I don't know if it's going to stop the magazine. So this comes in, latches there. Yeah, it's definitely hitting both of those. This goes in. It's definitely hitting both of them. And if those aren't there, I mean, it's not even that far either. That's the other thing. I wonder, because like it's latching, like I wonder. So we might be able to do a little finesse here. So I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me try and get the good angle here. So there's like this little L shape right here. Right there. There you can see a little bit better. There's like this little L shape right here. This one right here, and there's like this here. If I cut this, the bottom, this horizontal piece here, and this piece here, this whole piece here, I think the magazine will bump into the vertical piece and be fine, because it's literally like, I'd say like a millimeter short. Like the thickness of that wall, like it latches. Like if I lift it up and push it over top of that wall, it latches. So it's literally that one wall that's stopping it. The problem that we're going to run into, we're going for it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it live. I got to go get a knife. We're doing it live, folks. Alright, so always want to cut off less is more. Should get a Dremel. That would make this 10 times easier. Use the file. Don't have a file. Let's do this. Just a little bit of snip. There we go. Don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. We got this. I got this. Have faith. I'm more likely to cut myself than hopefully break this. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's try it. Oh. No. Is it going to work? Nuh-uh. Is that it? All right, stream's over, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Let's clean this up just a little bit. I think we got it. I think we got it. Okay. X-shot magazines are not going to work because the feed lips on the magazine bump into the feeder. I'm not going to change that. If we can get, let's see. Looks like the piston pump magazines are even just a little bit more thicker. I'm not going to cut any more of that down. Let's try and we'll just friction fit this together, see. Bro, cut towards your buddy, not your body. See, I don't know. I've always been cut towards yourself because this feels more secure than going like this. I feel a little bit more in control. Definitely have incurred more cuts that way, but all right, here we go. Let's see. Nope. Still is not catching. Oh, you know what? I bet the other side needs it too. I bet the other side needs it too. Use the force. Here, if a blaster has modern blood on it, it's 4 times more valuable. Maybe. Alright, so we just need to do the same thing here. We need to trim this down there. And we trim this down a little bit. And then this one. It doesn't have to be much. Just enough to... Where'd my clippers go? Oopsie. Go. There's that. The other thing this is gonna benefit is the review of this blaster, because there's no way that I'm going to shoot 100, 200 and some odd darts through this thing with poor mag compatibility. Poor mag compatibility. There we go. Good lord. All right, let's try that. Less is more. Modern tears. Alright. Still not quite getting there. What are we hitting? Let's take a gander. One more look here. So this is going to go in like this. We need to cut just a little bit more. famous last words. Come on. There we go. I wonder if it's hitting. This other side should be easier, but it's not. It's nope. It is right there. I can feel the catch like just short. Double check, make sure we're not missing anything over here. No, that's going straight in. Maybe it is, okay, it's still hitting it. Okay. I wonder if we gotta go all the way down here. Painting it clear would have been a godsend, that's for sure. There we go. Alright, now let's try it. No, Strife, you didn't scare me. Hey, there we go. It's in there. Alright, so now we've got the Dart Zone Striker 2.0 magazine to work. We already had the Maxim Pro working. The worker was already working. Don't think the PP is going to work. Oh, it is! Holy smokes! It's a little bit crunchy. There we go. I like it. Let's see. Joe, don't you like holding that scalpel? I stopped cutting. I stopped cutting while I was reading chat. I promise. I wasn't gonna be like, oh, what's going on here? What is this? What's going on? No, it's trying to be somewhat responsible. All right, so we know these aren't gonna work. That's unfortunate. If you wanted to get those to work, you're gonna have to either modify the magazines or trim up the dart gate right here ever so slightly. Actually, you're gonna have to do a little bit more. You're gonna have to cut off more of the you'll have to cut off more of the nub, the green nubbin and the ribs or whatever in there to get the X-Shot magazines to work. Unless you can rock them backwards. Can you rock them backwards? Kind of wiggle them in like this. Where's the one that I did modify this one, so let's see. Yeah, it won't latch. Yeah, not reliably at least. So it's unfortunate, but I don't know what that would do in terms of. Let me grab a dart here. So we've got, let's load up a couple darts just so we can see what we're looking at here. Alright, so when you load in a magazine, well, I guess you're already, the darts are already over top of that dart gate, so when you pull the trigger, it's already pushing them. They're already past that dart gate or guide or whatever. I guess the biggest concern that you're going to run into is you'll have to chop up more of this and then cut off like 2 or 3 millimeters of the orange dart gate. I'm not going to be that adventurous tonight. I just wanted to get all of my dart zone mags to work. That seems to have fixed that issue. We got the PP magazine to work, which was shocking. Tryon already worked, so cool. Awesome. AJ says, Strife, what up? Did you find any new blasters for 2028? You know you did. Why are you holding out on us? I heard rumors that X-Shot, or from X-Shot in 27. Chris Vector Nightingale Pro Blaster and a pump action sniper looking Pro Blaster from X-Shot. What's the exact release date of the Access Switch? I don't know what that is. I thought I read March. I thought I read March on that. March. I know they lied to us. How dare they? Alright, guys. Well, I guess the only thing left to do is to put this thing back together. The one thing that you'll want to make sure you get put back is this nut that goes in your battery tray. But the question is, what does it attach to? Does it just literally just sit on there? I find that really hard to believe. There's like a little nub. There's no way. There. Oh crap. Oh crap. Where did that go? Oh no. Now I gotta. Oh god. Everything's falling apart. This is not good. I'm almost 100% sure that that nut is now in with the motors. Oh no, it's right there. It's right there. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Get out of there. I was like, do I really have to take this all the way down to the motors? Like, I don't want to do that. Come on, get out of there. There we go. Alright, let's not assemble this over top of that. Here come the tears. No, no tears. There are no tears. There's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in modding. It's just trying to figure out where this... Here, let's do this. Let's take this off. Let's see. Alright, so here's the underside of that. So this little battery door nut sits right there, but it doesn't sit on anything. Oh, it's because it's detinted in here. There we go. How about that? Look at you, Dart Zone. Check that out. Nice. Alright. So then that goes just like that. No tears, no tears, no blood. We got it. We figured it out. Before tears, there would be cursing. Lots and lots of cursing. Where the hell does this go? Is this like the sling? Oh, dear Lord. Oh, yeah, it goes down here. I think. No? Here? No. Here? No. There we go. Goes there. I didn't realize there was a sling point there. I used this one during Kane this weekend. I used that, this as my sling mount. And that worked really well. Close. Why are you... Oh. Why are you not closing? I know why you're not closing, because I didn't do this. There we go. Sweet. You did have the honor of tagging me. It was fun. I had a lot of fun at Kane this past weekend. I definitely needed. It's been the last couple months at work have been pretty. I don't want to say stressful, but just trying, I guess. They really kind of try my patience. So getting out and flinging some foam and running around a Nerf arena for. Yeah, that goes in. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. We got to run. I ran the Vector Pro and the Brute Pro for several games, several rounds. Want to thank Django Fett. I think he put in one of my comments that he wanted to see a video with the Nexus Pro, the original OG Nexus Pro. So I broke that guy out, had some fun with it. I did run the Brute Pro solo by itself as a primary. That was interesting. I got a few tags with it. It definitely needs to be opened up, and the trigger definitely needs some work. It's very crunchy. The first third of it is just it just feels like you're gears are just not aligned and they're just crushing against each other. So I don't know. I got to open that up and see what's going on the inside there. 3D print. There's a couple mod parts that I want to make for it that I know already. Barrel way to extend the barrel a little bit further out, because the way it's set up now is there's a faux barrel, and the barrel, that the actual compression barrel inside is super tiny. I mean, we're talking like a couple inches tiny. So I'm thinking, like, if I've got this faux barrel, like, why not have the full barrel like come out to that, marry up to the faux barrel or whatever. It would just be nice, and then you could also put on like a B car, different B car and stuff like that. Just give you some options. So, let's see here. How cool would it be for a game mode if all blasters were taken apart in a box and players had to put them back together to play? I don't know about that. Having to reassemble your blaster. Now, having like, we could kind of simplify that, AJ, and do like N series, or not N series. We could do like modulus or whatever, and like before you can start firing your blaster, you need to find a stock, and you need to find a sight, and you need to find a barrel attachment or something like that, where you have to find, and scatter those pieces all throughout the map or whatever, and you got to hunt those down before you can start shooting. That might be a little bit more understanding for for those of us that don't take blasters apart and put them back together often. Not to mention, like, on the field of battle while people are flinging foam, that might get a little dangerous. Take apart a Raven. Dustin puts it back together into a Nightingale. Alright, we are back together. Devin says, what game mode did you run? Oh, with the Brute? Which one was that? I think that was the one where they had... I think that was the King of the Hill map. Was that the King of the Hill? No. I don't remember now. Shoot, what one was that? I'll have to go back and watch my gameplay footage, because I definitely got a few of just the Brood out. There were 2 game types, and I didn't last very long in the one. The first one was rough, extremely rough. Oh yeah, we're missing a screw. I was like, wait a minute, there's 3 screw holes, and I've only got 2 screws. There is a screw on the floor somewhere. Capture a flag, but the flag is a throwable, so you could be on offense when trying. It's not a bad idea. The flag would have to, dude, you could run the flag as one of those vortex footballs that have like the fins on the back, so you could just like really whip the flag far. That might make it a little too competitive. Alright. Why is this not connecting? Is that really the only thing that's holding together is these little nubbins? Don't tempt Andy. Throwables flag sounds fantastic. Yeah, I'm kind of digging that. That's Alright, so we're missing 1 screw. I'll have to find that one, but we're opening and closing. We can still fit in the B car. Yep, B car still locks in. Let's load up our batteries and make sure it still fires. That's the key, is We opened it up, we modified it, air quotes, like that super, you know, super loose terminology there. I don't know, that's a good question. So I'm kind of curious what you guys think. So what do you consider a mod? Like, is something like this where you literally just trim, like, I mean, there's probably, I mean, I don't even know, like maybe a gram of shavings down here that I cut off. Like, I don't know if I would actually consider that a mod or not. I don't know. I don't know, Margot. The flag could be used for tags. Yeah, I like that idea. I love that. Because then you couldn't run at the flag carrier. You would literally have to, like, tag them first and then start. Alright, we still rev. We'll start with the original. The original magazine. And these are used darts. Wide variety of darts. Let's see, does it still fire? Oh yeah, still works. Look at that one. That's an oldie but a goodie. Alright, so this magazine did not work previously. There we go. She works now. She's in there. Awesome. Sweet. Love it. Alright. That just made the Vector Pro review that much easier. I'm so glad that worked. General Strife's a series. Wait, let's see here. Andy says, if I put stickers on it, it's a custom modded blaster. Strife says, anything that isn't stock, like set from the factory. I think there are different levels of mod, but I don't know the level. I don't know those levels. If you open it up and make a change for the better, I think that's a mod. And he says, tears are mods, blood is mod. That counts. Mission accomplished. Yes. Whew. It's not operating as originally designed. Yeah, I like that. I like that. It's not operating as originally designed. Now make it take Nerf Pro Gen 2 mags. I don't have any of those ones. I don't plan on getting any of those, unfortunately. Watch out. Yep, so not too bad. Yeah, I won't spoil too much about the review and stuff like that. This is definitely a fun blaster. It's a little too compact for my size. And the thumb hole stock, to me this is basically a thumb hole stock right here, right? Is just a little too tight for my wrist. So like I'm constantly wanting to rotate it, and it keeps bumping into the magazine. So I'm finding myself kind of like leaning it a lot and shooting rather than like kind of rotating. I always kind of like rotate up and shoot. But I had a lot of fun with it. This is definitely a lot of fun. And putting a sling on it, and if I ran out of ammo and switching to the Brute Pro and getting a couple extra shots off that way, that worked out really well. I found that this was a really mobile, friendly blaster. Like running in and out of the cane arena worked really, really well. And if you guys haven't seen, I'm going to be releasing a video, not of the Vector Pro this week, but of the Nexus Pro gameplay footage on Thursday. Going through like these really tight corners and things like that, like where you're not doing, you're not aiming like this, right? To me, this is a lot of strain. So like my natural hold is kind of like this, where my arm crosses over the mag well, but going through those tight corners, you kind of little chicken wing a little bit, and I'm wondering if having like a stock on the end of this would make a difference. Having it kind of shoulder, fake shouldered or whatever, would make a little bit of a difference. But just running this as is, I don't think I could run it for a full day just like that. Although it was a ton of fun and I enjoyed it, going in and out of cover and stuff like that, trying to maneuver like long shots and things and trying to line stuff up really kind of, I don't want to say it kind of bugged me having the magazine that close to my wrist. So what's up, CR? You guys are kind of describing Oddball from Halo. There it is. That's it right there. Oddball from Halo. Make it happen. Get a skull. Make it somewhat a foam skull that you can put a timer in and stuff like that. And start throwing it. And although if you have a timer in, I don't know if you could throw it at somebody. That might create a problem. You better be printing, Joe. Yeah, yep. I'm not printing now because it's right here, and you would hear that over me. So, yeah, I'm going to be printing that. I'm going to start printing tonight. So, cool, guys. AJ says I had a dream. Andy and CR went to Maryland Mayhem, but wore ghillie suits till the last hold. Yep. Make it happen. Alright, guys, we're going to wrap it up. I appreciate everybody stopping out. This was a success. I am looking forward to reviewing this. I'll probably get some footage done this coming weekend, hopefully. Right now it is just torrential downpour here in Ohio, and everything is soaking wet and gross. So I'm hoping that once the rain gives up, I can start filming outside some more, getting some reviews. But like I said, we got a gameplay video coming up, and I want some feedback on the gameplay video. I'm going to do something a little bit different than I'm used to, and I want some feedback. So let me know in the comments and stuff like that. I'll post more about it once Thursday rolls around. So, but I appreciate you guys watching. What do we got this week? We have is it Dart? Get Off My Lawn this week? I think Get Off My Lawn's tomorrow. So, and then next week there should be a Foam After Dark next Monday. They've been off for a few weeks, and I know Bot said that they were going to a 1 month kind of schedule for scheduling purposes, or conflicting schedules. So hopefully they'll be back next week. Make sure if you're part of their Discord, jump over on their Discord, drop Bots a message or whatever. I know he appreciates that stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next Tuesday.